All right, y'all. I just got to do a video. I guess you could call it a reaction video or takeaway points from JP, who just yesterday did a hilarious video about, and I'll put the link below. I want y'all to just check out his video about whether or not Klaus is the most evil person in the world. And he made the comparison, and I've thought this too, as many people have, that if the characters in like Austin Powers movies and James Bond movies, Doctor Evil. This is Doctor Evil and Mini Me. I mean, did they base these characters on Charles uh, or Klaus Schwab? I mean, it's just too funny. Um, and let me just give you some takeaway points of what JP points out in his video. Here's his top minion, I mean scientist. He says human elites can do something more radical than just building digital dictatorships. By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power of re-engineering life itself. Once you hack something, all people, he's talking about something being all people, you can usually engineer it. And he says in the video, all people. This is coming more defined as to what I've been envisioning the mark of the beast would be. It's just amazing to hear it being spoken out loud so directly. This is what I've been saying is coming. This is what they are gathering to do. The mark of the beast has all of these components, and they're just out and out telling you. He also says, he goes on to say that 4 billion years ago, nothing big has changed, but now the elites with their science will replace God with their own version of intelligent design connected to our clouds on the internet. We have the technology to do this now and should use this, what's happened in the last 2 years. And the clouds on the internet will include AI and quantum computers and neurological links to your brain through VR. All of this stuff is just so coming together. This little fella here, he's kind of a skinny little guy too. The 100 years from now, he says, 100 years from now, people will be able to look back at this time of the last 2 years as the moment that a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance under the skin. He asked this question: my body, my brain, my life, does it belong to me, to some corporation, to some government, or the human collective? I think he considers them all the same. Humans are now hackable animals. This whole idea that humans have a soul or spirit or free will, that's over. So I made this little, this is Yuval Noah. This is his name. This little mini me for Klaus there. And I said, yep, I spilled the beans. Dr. Evil's mini me has just told y'all. So I'm gonna put down there in the links, or in the comment section. Or the description. I'll put the link to JP's. Klaus, just so you know, has said one of the features of this forced industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what you are doing, it changes you. If you take a genetic editing, it's you who are changed, and this is a big impact on your identity. I also wanted to point out, just wanted to you to think about for a moment what's going on with the distraction of this war that they've decided to play out and put in front of everybody's face. I mentioned the other day, they're building camps aggressively, and they're staffing camps aggressively so that they're ready for phase 3 or whatever their next phase is. They're going to be ready to this time make no exceptions, and you go to the detention camp. I've also noticed, I was publishing, I talked about many videos ago, I was tracking and making my own graph of mortality rates. I just wanted to see what the mortality rates were, and it's always been so easy to find. Since 1933, all you've got to do is go into Google, and let me see if I can find it here. So I made this graph, and this is the last date that I could get, and it was really tough to find that one. So all you had to do was type into Google, mortality rates and the year, and you would get something like this for every single year from 1933 all the way up to 2019. you could easily pull the numbers and graph this. You still can, but I noticed once 2020 hit, couldn't so easily get the numbers, and definitely, I mean, they've just disappeared. So my number was like 1% below that, but they're saying it's higher. This number here basically hit us about the same time as 2003, 2002. In there, we had the same mortality rate. So, okay. Then I want to make a point that statistics are used to lie constantly. That's the first thing I learned in college in my statistics class. It's just there's so many different ways that they can use statistics to persuade and lie about anything. There are three kinds of lies, damn lies, and statistics. Statistics show that of those who contract the habit of eating, very few survive. I mean, that's a good example of things can be phrased and wrapped around statistics. They can be made to prove anything, even the truth. And this is Bill Gates, a book. Bill Gates likes this one. How to Lie with Statistics. Notice there what Bill says. Billy Goat says, a great introduction to the use of statistics and a great refresher for anyone who's already well versed in it. I'm sure he is, and he definitely knows how to do that with them. Living through the biggest psychological operation in the history of mankind. So here, I think, just another example. Type in the Google death rate in the year, and you're going to get those numbers, very easy to find. Now, however, these numbers are not being published. Many numbers are not being published because of their concern of it being misrepresented. Yeah, right. I've also noticed that we are all focused on the war right now, and I'm seeing all kinds of you got to know where to look, but you can find reports of statistics and numbers that are not going too favorable for the agenda that they've been pushing for the last 2 years, and the results. And I mean, they're obviously trying to distract us from seeing what's going on with what they've done to us. This gene therapy that they want us to take to change us. So they want to distract us from what happened, what really happened there. They want to distract us from the detention camps that are aggressively being built and staffed. I just want to say that real quick. I really want you to watch. If you haven't seen it, JP does a great job. I want you to watch his video. And that's all I have to say. God bless.